Chris Kelly backing to the red line, flips past Mark Barberio, goes off the end boards. Ben Bishop steers the puck over into the corner. Anton Strawman gives it ahead. Ryan Callahan's pass offline for Barberio. Eriksson goes down. Barberio's going to go for tripping. The delayed call coming. Soderberg flips it on goal, and Bishop makes the save.
Had some options there.
Dougie Hamilton, Torrey Krug, the drive save. Bishop, the rebound. Bergeron. In power play, Carl Soderberg riding a 20-game streak without a goal. Soderberg wraps the puck back to Chara, draws it toward the middle of the line. Dennis Seidenberg against Tyler Johnson. The shot saved by Bishop, and there is no rebound. Agency call-up, the captain of the Syracuse Crunch in the AHL. Spooner makes the play in the defensive zone. Pastrnak takes a high, hard hit from Morrow and gets spun around and down. A veteran, hard player. McQuaid going up high against Boyle, and it's already starting to get nasty here. Berger on the wraparound, 2 chances, and Bishop slams the door shut on him.
The puck gained the red line. He's got to push that puck out to the right. He spins away from the initial hit from Angelidis, but Morrow on the back check.
Sent into the corner. Kucherov over there. Tyler Johnson gives the puck away. Seidenberg holds to Bartkowski. The wrist shot, double deflection. Bishop holds his ground. Soderberg rams one on Bishop, who makes a positional save.
Push check to push the puck deep in the offensive zone. Young players should pay attention to that kind of hockey. It doesn't show up on a stat sheet, but Soderberg gets a chance as a result.
Chara's snapshot saved by Bishop. Hyde gets a glove on it. It must have hit a Tampa Bay team's head yesterday off after having played on Tuesday night. Seidenberg gets a little off balance and slams hard his upper body going into the boards. And again, it was Morrow delivering the hit.
Edmund goes for that high lob out into the neutral zone. He catches Paille with the puck in the schnoz as well.
Here comes Spooner on a scoring streak. Holds for Pastrnak. He scores! It went in off his skate, but it did not appear to be a kicking motion. They'll take a look in Toronto and decide if this is a legal goal or not.
Well, if you focus on the referee along the goal line, he's pointing that's a good goal. He showed the skate, but he pointed into the net, and certainly the interpretation is that they were going to count that. They'll have the confab. All the officials will get together. But it was a nice little touch pass by Lucic that creates the 2-on-1. It's pretty well defended by Barberio. And when Spooner takes the puck real deep, his really only play is to try to feed it back to Pastrnak on the net drive. And keep your eye on the left skate. And this is something we talked about back in September, Jack. On the net drive, he's behind the Tampa bench, but I don't think he's going to win the argument.
The signal's to the dot. Kyle Raymond pointing at the dot. You're looking from my perspective, does it really matter that much? Strawman flips it over to Tyler Johnson in front, the redirection. There's Strawman's wrist shot. Amco swivels the puck back to Hedman onto the right side. Filppula back to Hedman. His rocket double deflection saved by Rask. Stamkos going backhand, forehand, but it hits the strings wide of the post. Morrow and Spooner battling. Barberio swivels it, and it's Angelidis taking a hit from Lucic and getting upended. Morrow slips it through to JT Brown. Brown cuts to the goal, and Rask makes a save. He scored a playoff goal.
Yeah, he had a pretty good idea where he wanted to go, too. He kept his speed up, trying to go short side high.
Eriksson's shot, a blocker saved by Bishop as Eriksson tries to wrong foot the big Tampa Bay goaltender. Stamkos on the check against Smith. Indirect back to Hamilton, the one-timer, and Bishop does a nice job steering the rebound to the far side so Callahan can pick it up on a post.
It's a play by Marchand. He's in that high slot, but he doesn't have a lane in the net below the goal line.
Here's Killorn from Callahan, saved by Rask. Chara picks it out of the crease. Nesterov has trouble with the puck. Soderberg wheels, and Bishop keeps him off the score sheet. Chara off Stamkos' stick. Stamkos dangles and scores! Steven Stamkos punishes the mistake. It's 1-1.
Now Steven Stamkos puts enough pressure on Chara, and then he reads the play real well. The minute Chara starts that long turn to turn back, maybe use his partner, Dougie Hamilton, he gets real good stick position, then he explodes. Hamilton goes for the shot block. Maybe not the best decision in that case, but it's a bad turnover by Char, and the goal scorer's finish. There, and you know what happens with goal scorers. The pucks seem to find you when you make those little moves.
Nikita Nesterov around through the corner. The wheeling shot by Marchand. Bishop makes a stop. Riley Smith got Bartkowski a stutter step, retrieves the puck, but then punches it right to Nesterov. Brian Boyle's drive and a glove save by Tuukka Rask. A lot of leverage there. Picks it off. Barberio's drive intentionally wide, comes up on the strings. Killorn collects. Tampa Bay sets up the cycle. Schuster, the big guy, the shot saved by Rask. Callahan couldn't get to the rebound. Soderberg clearing. Distance there, right?
I'm guessing.
Bergeron, Spooner taps back to Hamilton in the middle of the line. Here's Krug, the drive saved by Bishop.
Nice breakout. Work that puck fast through the neutral zone in the middle of center ice and then push that puck wide to the wall. Bruins do a nice job of that. Watch Spooner. He moves that puck wide. Then he goes for support. Little drop pass from Bergeron. Now he usually points. That's quick puck movement. And now Hamilton and Krug can do exactly what they want.
Pastrnak skates. He's got to go back behind the red line, and Stamkos almost poached it. Here's Callahan sneaking away at the Boston line as the Bruins don't take care of the puck. Hamilton gives to Hedman, walks down the slot. Shoulder saved by Rask. Stamkos goes down on all fours after contact with Bartkowski. Nemesnikov out of the corner. Stralman's wrist shot and a save by Rask. Tyler Johnson, the saucer pass. Stralman loads up the drive and a save by Rask. Up examining for Chicklets. Hedman takes away Krug's cross ice pass. Hedman past the dots, gives to Drouin, or rather Killorn drills it off the post. Is a stronger third period team. Garrison shot up high on Rask. He makes a shrugging shoulder save. Kelly off the boards. Garrison around the corner. Bartkowski tries to stab it away from Callahan, who wins the puck back to Hedman. Hedman high slot. Stamkos rings the post on the stick side of Rask. Marchand and Johnson. Two exciting little guys. Marchand battles all the way to the goal line. Johnson takes it away. Hammers it off the board. Seidenberg to Bergeron. He scores! Patrice Bergeron on a one-timer. And Boston leads 2-1. And this morning, Brick, an empty building, the first guy on the ice with 2 buckets of pucks. Number 37, Patrice Bergeron, to work on stuff just like this.
Yeah, and, tip of the cap, too, to Brad Marchand, who works real hard in this instance. Again, though, put Tampa back below the goal line and make them defend. I mean, they just handed this puck back to the Bruins. Seidenberg's in position for that wraparound.
Jonathan Drouin into the Boston zone, works right past Spooner. Drouin holds on the backhand, swoops around on a tour of the attacking zone, gives it off for the drive by Garrison, and Rask makes the save. One-touch pass to Filppula. Barberio to Schuster. There's Filppula, the shot saved Rask. The puck tumbles down in his pads. No rebound for Drouin on the doorstep.
Backing that puck, and now he's square to that shot.
Barberio tees it up, the drive off a leg, scores! Nemesnikov shoves the rebound underneath Tuukka Rask, and we've got a tie game with about 12 minutes to go.
They're just spending too much time in their own zone in this sequence. After good pressure by Tampa, offensive zone draw, they do a nice job when that puck's up for grabs to free this puck up, and it's just a D-to-D shot and getting inside position, something we talk about all the time. Where do the goals come from? Directly in front of the net. The inside position for Nemesnikov.
Went at the hash marks off the end boards. Filppula taps it back to Schuster. Schuster comes off the wall, has a little trouble from Louis Eriksson. Eriksson stays with it and flips the puck out to center. He's got Kelly with him. Penalty coming on Schuster. Kelly to Soderberg, and a save by Bishop. Filppula plays it on the carom. Pastrnak taps the puck away, but Barberio is there to rescue it. Off the glass, Boyle kicks the puck to stop it, but here comes Spooner to Pastrnak. The shot, glove save, Bishop in and out of the trapper. Dribbles the backhand all the way into the Tampa Bay end. JT Brown with Spooner chasing. Around the boards, Lucic takes it, throws it to the tip by Spooner. The rebound, Krug. Bishop down, Krug tries again. A third time up on the strings. 4 seconds to go. Pasternak, head high. Drouin gets possession. The siren sounds. It'll be a point apiece. Claude Julien once again goes with 3 forwards and 1 defenseman. Dougie Hamilton, the lone defenseman out there. With the Soderberg line, Killorn off the post as it trickled off of the blocker of Tuukka Rask. Bartkowski spins it across the line. Spooner for Pasternak. Saved by Bishop, stacking the pads old school. Now here comes Hedman on transition, and the goal comes off its pegs. Holding it on the hip, and he snaps it past the stick side. Nikita Kucherov. Deeks backhands and Rask pins it against the post. David Pasternak, the youngest player in the National Hockey League this season. Holds and backhands it wide. Drouin, the backhand rings off iron glove side of Rask. Marchand scores! The Bruins are within 2 points of Washington.
What a strange night, Jack.